Welcome to Malice and Mystery, where the darkness speaks. Enter a world of chilling tales, eerie mysteries, and spine-tingling horror. From real-life paranormal encounters to unsolved mysteries and terrifying urban legends, we bring you the darkest stories from the shadows. Subscribe if you dare, and remember, some mysteries are better left unsolved. It's the most haunted dolls in the world. Throughout history, dolls have been cherished as symbols of childhood innocence. But what happens when these seemingly harmless toys become vessels for something far more sinister? Tonight, we delve into the chilling stories of the most haunted dolls in the world. 1. The Annabelle doll. Our journey begins with perhaps the most infamous haunted doll of all time, Annabelle. This seemingly innocent Raggedy Ann doll was gifted to a nursing student named Donna in 1970. But soon, Donna and her roommate began to notice something was terribly wrong. Interview with a paranormal expert. Annabelle wasn't just a doll. It was a conduit for a malevolent spirit. The doll would move on its own, leave handwritten notes, and even attack visitors. Ed and Lorraine Warren, renowned paranormal investigators, concluded that Annabelle was possessed by a demonic entity. Today, Annabelle resides in a glass case at the Warrens' Occult Museum with a warning: do not touch. 2. Robert the Doll. Next, we traveled to Key West, Florida to meet Robert the Doll. In 1904, Robert Eugene Otto, a young boy, was given a doll by a Bahamian servant who practiced voodoo. The boy named the doll after himself, and soon strange occurrences began. Interview with a local historian. Robert the doll was said to move on its own, giggle in the night, and even cause furniture to fly across the room. The Otto family claimed they would hear the doll walking through the halls. To this day, visitors to the Fort East Martello Museum claim that if they disrespect Robert or take his photo without permission, they will be cursed with bad luck. 3. Mandy the doll. Now, we turn our attention to Mandy, a porcelain doll with a haunting presence. Donated to the Quesnel Museum in British Columbia, Canada, Mandy is said to emit a strange, sweet smell and cause the temperature in the room to drop. Interview with a museum curator. Visitors have reported feeling an overwhelming sense of dread when near Mandy. Some have even claimed to see her eyes follow them as they move. Whether it's the doll's eerie appearance or something more supernatural, Mandy continues to be one of the most feared dolls in the world. 4. Pupa. The doll Pupa, an Italian doll, is said to be cursed. The family who discovered her claimed that Pupa would move on her own, and even worse, she would cause their children to have violent nightmares. Interview with a paranormal investigator. Pupa is one of the most active haunted dolls I've ever encountered. She seems to feed off the fear of those around her, becoming more aggressive over time. Today, Pupa is kept under lock and key, but her presence is still felt by those who dare to get too close. 5. Okiku the doll. Finally, we traveled to Japan to meet Okiku, a doll with a tragic backstory. Okiku is named after a young girl who passed away, and her spirit is said to have possessed the doll. Interview with a Japanese folklore expert. Okiku's hair is said to grow on its own, defying all scientific explanation. The doll's hair has been cut multiple times, but it continues to grow, leading many to believe that the spirit of the young girl is still alive within the doll. Okiku remains a mystery, a haunting reminder of the thin veil between our world and the next. The camera pans back to the dimly lit room with the antique dolls. These dolls, once symbols of innocence, have become harbingers of fear and dread. Whether cursed, possessed, or simply misunderstood, their stories continue to captivate and terrify us. As we leave these haunted relics behind, one question remains: are these dolls truly haunted? Or is it our own fear that brings them to life?